Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're jumping into a really powerful framework that you shared with us. It's called a prayer for salvation's way.
Mhm.
You mentioned wanting something concise, something you could use throughout the day, really, to stay committed to acceptance, to what's, real and constant.
Exactly. And looking at it, it's more than just a prayer asking for something. It really feels like a declaration, a commitment to just surrender. It starts right off by saying salvation's ways are not our own. That immediately shifts the focus, doesn't it? Away from striving and more towards just accepting.
It does. And the prayer itself kicks off with this interesting paradox. It says, Father, we do not know the way to you, but we have called and you have answered us.
Mm.
How do we square that? Admitting we're completely lost,
Mhm.
basically, but also being certain the answer is already there.
Well, I think the key is humility, right? It's not about effort to find the way. It's about realizing our own efforts, our own maps are actually the interference. Admitting ignorance means we stop relying on those self-made plans. It acknowledges the love. The answer is present, but we need to step aside to actually experience it.
Stepping aside. Okay. That flows directly into the core instruction here. Non-interference.
Oh.
Right after admitting ignorance, it says very clearly, we will not interfere.
Mm-hmm.
So for you listening, trying to use this daily, what does interference actually look like, say, on a Tuesday morning?
Yeah, that's the practical question. Interference isn't always some big dramatic action. Often it's the mental churn. It's prioritizing our own judgments, our fears, our incessant planning about how things should be over just accepting what is right now. That constant loving reality. When we say salvation's ways belong to you, we're consciously letting go of that need to control the outcome. We're prioritizing that presence instead.
Okay, so non-interference is the action. But the level of openness required seems pretty radical. The prayer talks about receiving gifts with hands are open, and then this line, we have no thoughts we think apart from you, and cherish no beliefs of what we are or who created us.
Yeah.
That last part, no beliefs of what we are. That's huge.
It really is. That's where it gets to the absolute core, I think. The
Yeah.
biggest interference, the biggest barrier is often the very self-concept we've constructed. Our identity built on past mistakes or successes or fears, When it asks us to cherish no beliefs of what we are, it's inviting us to let go of that entire fabricated self. That self is the interference. Dropping those beliefs creates the space needed for that total acceptance you're seeking, that constant connection.
Wow. Okay. So letting go of that constructed self, that deep acceptance,
Yeah.
it leads to the ultimate goal mentioned, which is this alignment of will. The prayer finishes by asking that your will, which is our own as well, be done in us and in the world. It shifts from personal struggle to this kind of unified flow.
Exactly. The transformation becomes complete. It's no longer just about finding personal peace, though that's part of it. The desire extends outward for the whole world to become a part of heaven now. That's presented as the natural result of pure non-interference.
So for you, listening and using this prayer as that daily touchstone,
Hmm.
what does it boil down to? It seems like it's about making each moment a kind of check-in. Am I interfering right now with my thoughts and beliefs, or am I actually open? Am I accepting what's constant and true?
Precisely. And maybe here's a final thought to carry with you from this deep dive. If this prayer defines true surrender as letting go of no beliefs of what we are, just consider for a moment how much of your mental energy day to day is spent actively reinforcing those very beliefs about yourself, beliefs about your limits, your identity, your past, the very things that might be interfering with accepting the love that's always right here, right now. Something to think about.